From emergency healthcare to road infrastructure, where the Lagos State Public Works and Corporation says 925 roads have been rehabilitated by the agency to ensure free flow of movement on Lagos State roads. Now, the general manager of the State Public Works and Corporation, Mr. Tokunbo Ajanoku, made this comment during an interview with Channels Television.
The Lagos State Public Works is actively involved in road rehabilitation and maintenance across the 5 divisions of the state, with a focus on both total and sectional repairs. The agency's efforts include tackling critical road sections and those used as alternative routes for smooth vehicular movement. On a daily basis, officials of the State Public Works Corporation are on the road carrying out rehabilitation exercises such as potholes and other major repairs that could cause gridlock. The general manager of the LSPWC, Mr. Tokunbo Ajanoku, who oversees the activities of Public Works Corporation, says 925 roads have been rehabilitated in the last 1 year, including Oshodi, Erikmo in Surulere, Ogba, and other areas in the state. A task made possible in collaboration with other state agencies.
The Lagos State Public Works Corporation has intervened in about 925 roads in Lagos from March till date, and it is still counting. There's a mantra that we adhere to here. It is, we never stop working. And that tells you that irrespective of the situation, the circumstances, we keep doing the work. And that assumes that we're able to manage all the various indices. You spoke specifically to Oshodi and Surulere, and that is very high density population, which presupposes that the traffic will be very high. And we work in concert with every agency of government, especially those that are scheduled to manage traffic, and even the local governments. So by and large, to a very large extent, we get the job done. For every road, there must be a proper data gathering, wherein we look at all the characteristics of that road and make effort to do the job without inconveniencing the people. So what you do on road A will be different from what you might do on road B if the characteristics surrounding that particular road are different. For some roads, we have to work at night. Some we have to work very early in the morning. Some, the work is such that you work all day long, depending on the scope of the work that needs to be done. So if you say you have not seen us on the roads, it's because we're making sure that we're fixing your potholes without punishing you. The work I do on a particular road is dependent on what my end point is. What do I want to achieve? And I'll tell you this, every agency of government under this administration is working in synergy. Particularly the Lagos State Public Works Corporation is working in synergy with the Office of Infrastructure, with the Office of Drainage Services, with LASTMA, with Ministry of Transportation, with the local governments. Now, peradventure, any of these agencies has a duty on that particular road. I must ensure that what we do is properly sequenced. So instead of me doing a complete rehabilitation, because I know that the contract may have been awarded by, let's say, the Office of Infrastructure, what I do is to ensure that the road is motorable, convenient, and safe. And that will be a temporary solution. Now, if that is not the case, you will notice that the work that we do becomes a lot more extensive and much more sustainable. So it's a case of you understanding what needs to be done for each intervention, and they differ one from the other based on the activities of other agencies. Supposing we look at the very popular situation on Ogba Road. Ogba Road was left for a while undone because at that point in time, the Office of Drainage Services was constructing a major hydraulic infrastructure in that corridor. And there is no way we can intervene completely and rebuild the whole road until that hydraulic structure is completed. When the Office of Drain Services completed their own activity, the Ikeja local government, Ojodurada, took over, had to do some drains because that was in the plan. It was until they finished before we went in and constructed the permanent intervention that you see. But before that time, what were we doing? We were just filling the road with boulders, grading, making sure that vehicles and pedestrians could use the road.
He also touched on other areas that require attention, gives reasons for the delay, and also appeals to the people to protect public infrastructure.
Everything that we do here is a process based on pure science. Ogba Ijayi Road is different from Ogunusi because once you come after excellence, it becomes Ogunusi Road. And that means that what we're doing now is that we're taking care of Ogba going towards Penn Cinema. If, just imagine, and I want the whole of Lagos to imagine, that we're working on Ogba Ijayi Road, at the same time we're working on Ogunusi Road. Do you know how many vehicles are on this road end to end on a daily basis? There's something that we call project sequencing, wherein a project is done in a manner that is convenient both for those that are executing and for those that are using. Don't forget that we're working in a completely built-up environment, densely populated. So it behoves us to think for the people in such a way that when we do our work, we don't bring their lives to a standstill. What we're doing today is that we're going to complete the section of Ogba going towards the mobile fuel station at Penn Cinema Junction. When we're done with that, that gives you the opportunity of going through Wemco Road and Acme Road to link up that section and avoid Ogunusi completely. But imagine if we're doing all of it right now, this whole axis of Lagos will be locked down. And that may mean, because of the connectivity of traffic on this road might go all the way to Ikorodu. So we've got to be mindful of the consequences of our action. So there is no delay. We're working. Road construction needs a lot of patience. That's one. Secondly, it needs complete collaboration. There is nothing that we can do on our roads if the people do not collaborate with us. Thirdly, it's critical for us that Lagosians take ownership of the road. The roads belong to the people. And if Lagosians do not take ownership, there is no way they can protect and preserve the roads. Today you go on the road and the drains have become dump sites for waste. People are cutting our roads. People are burning things on the road. They are cooking on our roads. What that does for us is that it shortens the lifespan of these roads, especially this abuse on our drainages. We must not forget that a wise woman long ago said that a road is as good as the drainages. That is a fact. For as long as we keep dumping refuse in our drains, we keep burning refuse on our road, we keep cutting our roads inordinately and not fixing it properly, the lifespan of the roads are shortened. And that means that the roads that we fixed last week that was abused by Lagosians, instead of the government plowing its resources in building new roads, we keep spending so much money in maintaining old ones. So it's a symbiotic thing.
While government takes full responsibility in fixing all bad roads, the Lagos State Public Works Corporation asks residents to avoid any unlawful acts that could shorten the lifespan of the roads.